So here we are. I already opened up the box. It looks like we've got our receipt, and we've got the manual. We've got the rest of the Roswell catalog. We've got a mic parts catalog. And we have this very fancy looking power cable here. Look at that. Very nice. 2 meters. Good and long. Low noise. Super copper. And for the main event. And here we are. Okay. So I've already pulled it out of the plastic. Got the microphone here. Got a real nice weight to it. Got our pad. Our low frequency roll off. Feels pretty solid. We've got our standard mic packaging. I don't think they did anything special for the Aztec. It looks to be pretty standard issue kind of stuff. Got a bag here. Be honest, for a $2,500 mic, well, really for a $3,200 mic, a little wood, maybe a case. I don't really care, and I know the value is in the actual components, which is what I care about anyway, but it's a good bit of money, and that extra touch of class does kind of make it a little bit more. So here we've got our sleeve for the mic. This is really feels really good. Nice shock mount. Reminds me of the Aventone one a little bit. But these things on the Aventone, they pop out like crazy. I had to super glue mine in. So these seem a little bit more stable, so I think that's good. Let's see what else. We've got some additional elastic and a mount. We've got our very nice, wow, this cable weighs like almost a pound. This is the Gotham Audio cable, premium cable. I'm excited to see how all these things come together. And then finally, we've got the power supply. This is very sturdy feeling. I would like this finish. Man, it'd be cool if they made the mic in this kind of finish. Got our polar pattern selector in and out. So, all right, let's get her set up and see what we got. And here we have it in all its glory. Let me remove the unveiling. How I ended up with this mic is I heard it at the NAMM show, and I knew about mic parts because I have a CV12 that I was gonna modify. I heard the Aztec at the show and it sounded so good. I was like, I'm gonna want this mic, so am I really gonna sink 500 bucks into my CV12 when that's just $500 less that I'd have to get the mic I really want? Because of the limited pricing and all of that, I saw that the cream one had already sold out, and I'm like, well, shoot, man, I think I'm just gonna have to go ahead and get this guy. So I'm very, very grateful to have it here. I set up the Aventone in the exact position, in this exact same environment, with the same EQ settings and everything over here. I'm running into this golden age. I'm trying to be fancy, but I don't have a lot of money. Here's my signal path. So I did the same settings, and the difference was like unbelievable. I had my friend, the artist Jay Cable, he was over here, and we both sang on it compared to the old takes. And the other one, I did a scientific thing, you know, same position and everything. And the difference was just, he called it dense. It made the other microphone sound like a toy. It was thin, and this has so much rich, pleasing harmonics, and I can't say enough. I couldn't be more thrilled. If you're in the market for a mic at $2,500, I think that is a limited price right now, but even at the regular price of $32.99. I listened to other mics while I was at the show that cost double this, and the one that got stuck in my head that I couldn't stop thinking about was this microphone here. So I'll have those clips for you next. Thanks for checking it out. This is a song I'm working on called Solitary Pain. And if you want to hear the Aztec, here it is.
You've been throwing all your time away, thinking the world is out to get you. But it don't matter what the people say, sometimes it's pain we gotta get through. And when you feel like giving up, the Lord will come and fill your cup. 'Cause your story isn't over. Ignore the devil on your shoulder. Yeah.
Alright, so that's the Aztec. I'll keep the backgrounds in, but this is the Genesis.
You've been throwing all your time away,
A lot brighter.
thinking the world is out to
Not a
get
good
you.
way.
But it don't matter what the people say,
It's almost crazy how much
sometimes
brighter.
it's pain we gotta get through.
I was trying so hard to get that
When you
harshness out.
feel like giving up, the Lord will come
But I
and
couldn't
fill
figure it
your
out
cup.
because
Your story isn't
I
over,
needed a great microphone.
so kill that devil on your shoulder.
Right? Now let's do the Aztec.
You've been throwing all your time away,
So smooth.
thinking the world is out to get you. But it don't matter what the people say, sometimes it's pain we gotta get through.
Yeah, so anyway, there's a comparison to the Genesis. I also used the CV12 at one point in a different song, and every time the Aztec is a great microphone. If you're in the market for a really good tube mic, you like the 251 style, the clean, clear, but thick, harmonically rich tone, I think it's a great option. If you're looking for something that's a little more vintage voiced, it might be bright for your taste, but I don't know. I don't think so. It's pretty. It doesn't sound like a U47, but it's not supposed to, and I think it's fantastic. I'm really blown away with how well it captured the drums from across the room with no real thought put into it at all, and still got a pretty good result. So yeah, I recommend it. I'm very happy with mine. I'll be getting more mics from Roswell in the future. Yeah, heck yeah. Thanks, guys. I'll play you out.
You've been throwing all your time away, thinking the world is out to get you. But it don't matter what the people say, sometimes it's pain we gotta
All right, here we are. Basically, I just recorded a little cover of me playing acoustic and singing, just to give you an idea of the difference in the two mics. As you can see here, the Aztec has quite a bit more gain than the WA87. Obviously, you're going to use a preamp and turn things up according to your tastes anyway, but that is something that you might want to consider. It does have more gain, and it's nice because that just means you don't have to crank it up. The noise floor is going to be a lot lower. I'd rather work with a healthy signal than a weak one, so for that reason alone, that's good. But let's try to level. I'll let you hear the difference in level, and then we'll try to level match it and talk about the tone.
I don't want to abuse your grace, God, I need it every day.
All right, now here's the warm.
I don't want to abuse your grace, God, I need
Less highs,
it every day.
and obviously not as loud. So let's try 4.
I don't want to abuse your grace. I don't want to abuse your grace. God, I need it every day. It's the only thing that ever really makes me want to change. And you'll forgive. I don't want to abuse your grace. I don't want to abuse your grace. God, I need it every day.
The Aztec has extended, it feels extended on both sides.
I don't want to abuse your grace. God, I need it every day. It's the ever really makes me wanna change. I don't want to abuse your grace. God, I need it every day. It's the only thing that ever really makes me wanna change. And your forgiveness.
So the Aztecs definitely got more clarity and presence, but you'll really hear the harmonics. Watch what happens when I kick on a compressor. Let's go here.
I don't want to abuse your grace. God, I need it every day. I don't want to abuse your grace.
Sounds huge.
God, I need it every day. It's the only thing that ever really makes me wanna change. I don't want to abuse your grace. God, I need
Feels a little
it every
narrower.
day. It's the only thing
Little
that
boxy too, maybe?
ever really makes me wanna change. And your forgiveness.
All right. Now, what I thought was really cool. So the idea is, as we turn things up, we're introducing artifacts. And the less clean your audio path is, the more opportunity to introduce funky artifacts that aren't necessarily musical. And we can get away with that to an extent, and sometimes it might sound cool depending on what you're shooting for. But in general, if you want the natural harmonics that occur in nature to be present, you're going to want to retain as clean and pure of an audio path as you can. So the warm audio, even though it's a great sounding mic, it has a good EQ curve. It's not bad. There's nothing really bad about it. But when you compare it to the Aztec, you can just hear that it has less character, less depth, less density of harmonics and information. And I find that if I use a plugin like this that introduces artificial harmonics, the warm is going to get harsh and nasty sounding a lot faster than the Aztec is to my ears. So I'll do that for you guys real quick. So here's the warm.
I don't want to abuse your grace. God, I need it every day. It's the only
See those
thing
top.
that ever really makes me wanna change.
Ooh, so now I'll take those same settings, copy them over to the Aztec.
I don't want to abuse your grace. God, I need it.
Still
every
bright
day.
for my taste.
It's the only thing that ever
It gets nasty
really
about there.
makes me wanna change. And your forgiveness
Even that.
is like sweet, sweet honey
Now
on
let me
my
copy that back
lips.
down to the warm.
I don't want to abuse your grace. God, I need it every day. I don't want to abuse your grace. God, I need it every day. It's the
So it's to my ears, the warm is gets a little nastier in the real top stuff. Yeah, if you listen to the voice, you won't hear it as much. But if you listen to the sound of the pick hitting the strings, that I can't make the sound with my voice, but it's a very bright sound, and it kind of smears and gets nasty on the warm. I feel like it holds up a little better on the Aztec.
I don't want to abuse your grace. God, I need it every day.
Especially that first one. Listen.
I don't
Let's see if this does it.
I don't want to abuse your
It's a little
grace.
more control.
God, I need it every day. It's the only thing that
Obviously, I wouldn't
ever
use that much top
really
end.
makes me
But if we do it
wanna
subtle-
change. And your forgiveness is like sweet, sweet honey
It lifts
on
it out a
my
little bit.
lips.
So that's something I hadn't really considered as much when going into this is the nicest mic I've ever owned, the Aztec. So this is a new territory for me. But from what I've learned, that not only you're getting a better signal coming in, you don't really need to mix it by much. And adding EQ and stuff oftentimes just makes it worse. It sounds so great coming in. But then also, when you do processing after the fact, having a higher quality signal with less artifacts and weird stuff as you bring that signal up and boost it and excite it and do all the things we love to do, a great sounding microphone is going to let you push it a lot harder without getting nasty. And I think that's a real undervalued value. It didn't really occur to me until I kind of experienced it and explained it to someone else, and I'm like, yeah, it would make sense. Trying to justify my expensive mic purchase. But anyway, I'm really, really pleased with this thing. These drums, let me split these into mono. You can't really hear. So I just, for kicks, right, I thought, well, what if I just record my drums across the side of the room? So the mics are still in the vocal booth in this, and this is me playing drums across the side of the room. We'll start out with the warm, and then we'll go to the Aztec. That's the Aztec. So to my ears, fatter bottom end, more transient. It's a little boxier. It's a little more 3D. They sound great together for this particular application. And that's a little mix on it, just to make it pop. So,
And your forgiveness is like sweet, sweet.
the CD Aztec has enough high end. I don't even care about adding that.
Like the sound of a symphony to my ears.
What if we just push it really hard?
And your forgiveness
See, it doesn't get nasty.
is like sweet, sweet honey on my lips. Like the sound.
Let's see what happens.
And your forgiveness is like sweet, sweet honey on my lips.
The guitars.
And your forgiveness is like sweet, sweet honey on my lips. Like the sound of.
So all this stuff is, it is subtle, but it's not subtle when you start accumulating these subtle changes. And that's the real difference between what people call a, quote, pro sound or not. Has a lot to do with these incremental moves, these tiny little improvements over the course of time. Not that changing your mic is a tiny improvement. It's a massive improvement. It's the beginning of your signal chain. So everything, if your source is corrupted, then who cares how good your stuff after is. So if you don't have a microphone that you're happy with, you should definitely look into a microphone. And if you think that expensive mics aren't worth the money, I wish that were true, but it's not. They are worth the money. You get what you pay for, you really do. And the Aztec for $2,500, I was at the NAMM show and I tried out a lot of different mics, and it stood out even against stuff triple the price. So I couldn't be more pleased. Consider me a Roswell fan at this point. I will get more of their stuff. I hope to promote it. And yeah, thanks for checking it out. Check out their website, roswellproaudio.com. I think it's still on sale. You might be able to get one at the lower price. Thanks.